Joining me now to weigh in on all this I just brought up, Indiana Congressman Marlin Stutzman, back on the program. Marlin, I'm sorry for that long-winded intro and me getting a little upset, but as you can, I'm sure, understand, I'm a little hot under the collar, and the emotions between furious and such sadness. This is me, okay? It's live TV, it's me. Anyway, Marlin, thanks for coming on. How you been?
Well, Dan, thank you. Thank you for exactly what you just said, because I hear it from my constituents back home. I hear it from my friends, my family. My son was a chapter president for TPUSA down at Liberty University, and he's been on the phone ever since Charlie was shot with his friends all across the country. It's hard to even put this all into words. It's a nightmare. But sadly, we're waking up, but Charlie Kirk is not. And the fact that a shooter like this got away with assassinating an innocent guy. That's one of the things about Charlie that I think everybody really liked, is there was just this innocence about him. I mean, he would sit there, on a college campus and having a discussion with college students. And, they were the ones that would come to the microphone because they wanted to engage, and he did it.
He always let the opposing view speak first. Somebody reminded me in our morning meeting today that he would tell the team, okay, we got 3,000 students, about 300 of them want to talk on the mic. Okay, 200 of them are supporters, 100 of them are against you. He would say, you put the 100 first. The supporters just want to say hi, they go to the back. I want the people that disagree with me up first so we can have a civil debate. Speaking of a civil debate, that's something y'all in D.C. can't do anymore, Marlin. I'm sorry, but I want to roll something, and I want to get your reaction, because this happened last week on the House floor when you and other Republicans, like our friend Lauren Boebert from Colorado, was simply asking for a prayer. I think you had a moment of silence for Charlie. Now she was asking for a prayer. And Democrats reacted like this, so disgusting that your own speaker had to gavel them to shut them up. Watch.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The House will be in order. The House will be in order. Shh. The House will be in order.
Now, contrast that. Where's that picture, guys? Do you have the pic, or is there video of it? Roll that crap from the summer of love, when people destroyed cities and communities over George Floyd, a drug addict, a guy who held a knife at a woman's pregnant belly while him and his buddy robbed her home, acting like they were gas workers for the gas company. Okay? Guy's been arrested, got a rap sheet longer than my arm, and there's Nancy Pelosi and Democrats not only praying, taking a knee, having a moment of silence, wearing some BS to support a scumbag like George Floyd. But Lauren Boebert and y'all, okay, that's enough of crap. Come back to us. See that anymore. Lauren had the audacity to ask for a prayer for Charlie Kirk, a God-fearing Christian, father, husband, a leader of millions of youth who never said a bad word. He'd debate you with facts. And your colleagues couldn't pray for him, but they did for George and took a knee. I just wanted Americans to see the contrast between who Republicans are and who Democrats are. Your reaction?
Well, and I mean, Dan, we have a chaplain. The chaplain opens the prayer every day that we start session. So it would have been very natural for the chaplain to say a prayer, but Democrats, started, hollering. I was standing right there to the left of Speaker Johnson off of the rostrum. And, all of a sudden, Lauren stands up and the speaker recognizes her and gives her, what are you asking for a motion? And she asked it properly. And she just asked for someone to pray out loud. Well, we have a chaplain. That could have happened. And again, the way the Democrats acted. But I'll tell you, this assassin's, there's a trail here, Dan, and it goes all the way back to this evil that is online.
Thank you.
And then it's promoted by the rhetoric from the left.
That's it.
I'll tell you what, the right, we struggle even with corporal punishment in our debates on the right, because we're so pro-life that there's some people on the right, on like us, that say, hey, you know what, we shouldn't even have the death penalty. Well, I disagree with them because of cases like this.
Oh, yeah.
And it shouldn't take us very long to get the evidence and to prove that this assassin needs to face the death penalty very quickly. Because
Marlon,
what our young people saw on that day, seeing Charlie Kirk publicly executed, is going to be with them the rest of their lives.
Yes. I think we should show the public execution of his assassin. We used to do that back in the day, and not that long ago. I guarantee you, if I went back 100 years to 1925 and I went to some out west small town and there was a horse thief or somebody that raped somebody's wife, we probably were still erecting the and hanging them in front of the town square so everybody could see, don't rape somebody's wife, don't steal a horse, don't do this, or we kill you. It's an eye for an eye. And I looked it up on the books. Utah, I think, only has a moratorium, but they still are allowed to use the firing squad. And wouldn't it be ironic if we take this guy out the way he took Charlie out to send a message to these radical left-wing lunatics? You don't shoot people over politics. Marlon, I'm out of time, but real quick last one to you, and it's a simple one. Will you authorize more cash to add more security for conservative leaders like the president, like the justices, like yourself, that are most likely targeted by these radical lunatics?
No, absolutely. It's a no-brainer, I mean, at this point, because our president was almost shot, just like Charlie Kirk was, and now one of the best friends to the president was assassinated publicly, and we got to make sure that people are safe out there.
All right, Marlon, the discussion's far from over. I'm sure we'll have you back on soon, unfortunately, to discuss this divide. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Dan.
Yep.
You bet.